Hello and welcome back to another video. This is Vilpi and today I have the Samsung Galaxy A22 5G for the camera review. You're currently watching a shooting from the main camera and we are testing the video recording and the audio recording quality. So we have 48 megapixel as the main sensor and 5 megapixel for the ultra wide sensor. I will do the test for both the main camera and ultra wide for day and night time, and I will also do some photo camera shooting so we can see how the quality of photos are. About the video recording quality, what I can say is that because it can record only up to 2K with 30 frames per second, the main thing that I realize is a lack of sharpness. So details are sometimes missed. The contrast is good, the colors are good, but lack of details, I would say, is the main downside of this sensor. And I will now switch to the ultra wide lens to see how the camera quality is on that one. After I watched the shooting on my PC, I realized there was a big issue with autofocus. So picture got blurry without any reason while moving the camera or while objects were moving. So that is a big issue that I realized only after. Now let's have a look at the ultra wide. Here we are looking at the ultra wide video recording quality. So I think maybe the contrast is a little bit better on this sensor, but I'm not sure because I'm currently recording this on a very bright day and I don't have very clear view on how the quality of the recording is. It needs to be reviewed on my desktop so I can have a better opinion. I will give that opinion at the end of this video. But this is the overall quality of the ultra wide lens. So for photos for each scene, I have used both the main camera and the ultra wide sensors so you can see how they compare to each other. And for the shots during low light, I have also added the night mode so you can see how that would change the quality of the photos. Please note there is no night mode available on the ultra wide sensor. While you're watching the sample photos of the camera, have in mind that this phone costs around 230 euros. So your expectation should be realistic. As you saw, the video recording wasn't really good. There were lack of sharpness and dynamic range and some random blur in the recordings, but maybe that's best we can get on this price category. Share with me if you have any idea or any phones that you think within this price range have a better video recording. Before moving on to the quality of the photos, I want to discuss about the camera app. Its UI is quite familiar. It's similar to all other Samsung phones, but its performance and user experience, I would say it isn't good. It is slow mainly. For instance, it will take 2 to 3 seconds after capturing a photo to be ready to view. Switching between the main camera and the ultra wide also can take up to 2 seconds. So overall, the camera software isn't really fast. Moving to the photos, the main camera has a 48 megapixel sensor. It takes acceptable shots when there is good lighting. Colors are good and the contrast is acceptable. On the other hand, sharpness and the dynamic range of the photos are poor in my opinion. Shadow details are missing and there are some overall softness in the photo. When taking shots indoors, this becomes a bit more clear. There will be more noise in the photos and colors are not as vibrant as other Samsung. The ultra wide sensors is a different story. It is only 5 megapixel and photos are just not good in my opinion. I think this could have been done better. Color accuracy is missing. There is a huge difference in colors between the ultra wide and the main sensors. Photos are noisy, especially in the corner of the photo. Lack of details are almost everywhere. Contrast and dynamic range is also poor. These issues are more clear if you have a look at the photos on a bigger screen or, for example, zoom in on your phone. So my opinion on the camera of the A22 is that the main camera takes acceptable shots when there is good lighting, but the ultra-wide sensors could definitely be better, and I'm not really happy with it, even in this price range. Now let's have a look at the video recording during nighttime. So here is the video recording quality on the Samsung Galaxy A22 5G. It's around 12 p.m. here, and it's not very dark, but it's somehow dark enough to test the camera during the nighttime. At the moment, I'm recording at 2K quality. That's the maximum you can get on this phone, and the quality, as expected, during night isn't perfect. Most of the phones have problem and challenge during night to take a good shot, but overall we have a little bit of focusing issue, as you can see, during night. And I will now switch to the wide angle to see how the quality of the ultra wide sensor is. So here is the quality of the camera, the ultra wide sensor on the A22, and as you can see, it's just terrible. I think you probably can take good shots on this phone with the ultra wide lens during night. Again, as you saw in the video recording, beside the fact that the video recording during night was bad, the bigger issue is what we also had during daytime. Picture is glitchy and randomly gets blurred. I don't know why. It loses the focus and it gets blurred. The issue was even worse during the nighttime on the main camera, and the ultra-wide sensor for taking shots during night is just useless, I think. It was really bad. Moving to taking photos during night, we have the same story. The main camera is taking acceptable photos for this price range. We still have the lack of details and the overall softness is still there. Maybe the dynamic range, contrast, and the shadow details are even getting worse during nighttime, but surprisingly, using the night mode on the main camera significantly improves the situation, especially with noise and the sharpness of the photo. But it takes around 5 to 6 seconds to take a shot. For the ultra-wide lens, whatever I said about it during daylight is still true, and just consider it worse. So my final opinion on the A22 camera is that for the price range, it is acceptable, but mainly the main camera. And you shouldn't count too much on the ultra-wide sensor. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like my channel, a subscription would be amazing. Write down in the comments what do you think, what is your opinion, if you think this phone's camera is acceptable for this price category, or if you think there are better options, please share that with me in the comments. Thanks for watching, and until the next one.